Good evening, esports fans. This is Bang on My Drums, coming at you live and direct from the depths of the internet to bring you another installment of the FIMU Alpha Overwatch League. It is the inaugural season of Overwatch 2 here at PMA OWL, and we are excited to bring you tonight's fourth match of the week. Precious Booty facing down No Cap for what is sure to be an exciting contest. Both captains returning from previous seasons here. Bobinator, captain of Precious Booty, carrying on that pirate theme we all know and love. And Flame Chaser with the meme-tastic No Cap. The man has never failed to come up with interesting team names. And boy, am I excited to see how things play out tonight. I am joined in the booth this evening by another captain, Static, captain of Studio 69, and also a captain as well, Steck Monster. They will be running cams tonight, so it's kind of the captains chatting here, with the exception of myself. So Static Steck, welcome to the shit show. Love to have you
Hello,
here.
hello.
Now, Static, looking at the lineups that we have for these two teams this evening, we've got some pretty heavy hitters on both sides. But what's your prediction going into tonight? I know we have a poll already in stream, but who are you calling it right now? Calling your shot. Who do you think's going to win
If
tonight?
I have to call it right now, I think I'm gonna give it to No Cap, just right off the bat. Just I don't know. This is a stacked roster right here. It's kind of scary just to look at. So I'm going for No Cap tonight.
Absolutely. We've got on the starting lineup here Flame Chaser, Dreg, Bobbert, Bonsly Toss, and Novus. The last two, some returning old heads who we haven't seen in quite some time in the league. And they are in that order of tank, DPS, and the supports. So Dreg and Bobbert on DPS is scary. That you got Dreg, who's
Absolutely.
a Masters player. You've got Bobbert, who is a terrifying Junkrat and Torbjorn player. And Novus, he may have been out of Overwatch for a little while, but he's an excellent support. Bonsley Toss, also a very capable support player, and Flame Chaser is just a hell of a tank. So I agree with you. It's definitely going to be a very scary team for Precious Booty to go up against. Now, they do have Guy Fieri and Bobinator on tank and DPS, respectively, with some newcomers, Was Poppin and Planksty. And then, of course, Bobinator with his trusty Mercy sidekick, assuming that he runs the fair tonight. Beans also rounding out the lineup there. So I wouldn't, Precious Booty, I would agree they definitely have an uphill battle, but it's certainly not impossible. I think it really comes down to uh, how well No Cap deals with the inevitable pharmacy that I think we will
Yeah,
see in Precious Booty.
I think the pharmacy from the side of Precious Booty could just be enough because, I mean, you see Flame Chaser in the roster, you immediately think, oh, there's going to be a Reinhardt in play. So busting out the pharmacy is definitely going to be annoying for them to try to deal with. So I am interested to see how No Cap tries to handle that. Maybe they just put Bobbert on the Torb and let six players take care of it, but it'll be very interesting to see.
And I definitely look forward to it. I know that Bobinator was running a little behind, so we're just waiting for him to get himself into the chat here, or into the match here rather, so that we can get everything all lined up. And it looks like Flame Chaser has already banned Li Jiang, so that leaves it up to Bobinator to select the map. And I'll be honest, I don't have the rotations off the top of my head here, but I believe it's Busan and Elios that are
It
left.
is. It is Busan and Ilios.
All right. So then that means that basically Bobinator is going to pick Busan unless he hates himself and his
Yeah.
team. I think we all, I think we all know that's going to happen. And Leo Griffin in chat here, I will give 5 subs if Joey shatters straight into a shield. Do you want to just gift those now, or like how?
Easiest 5 subs PMA has ever seen.
Yeah, like let's be real. I've talked to him about this in person. He pretty much does it as a flex. I've seen him do it several times. He's done it in games I've played against him, where I have been on tank against him with the Reinhardt duel, and we've just like shattered each other's shields, and he just does it because he can. He just as soon as he sees that little like glowing animation, he just goes, "Yep, okay, press Q.
Yep.
Here we go."
all you need.
Fun. So, Bobinator's still waiting for him to get in the game here. I see that he's in with his team. Just gonna see where he's at exactly. But I imagine the lineup is pretty much set the way it is, considering Precious Booty has exactly 5 people available to them tonight. Looks like No Cap will have a sub, newcomer Digital Love, sitting on the bench for the first map, which I imagine will be selected rather soon. Oh, I see. Beans just put it 63%. Oh, so he's downloading an update.
Oh,
Oh no, somebody forgot to pre-download the Halloween update. Feels bad. Pre-download your updates, kids.
yeah. This is a friendly reminder to pre-download your updates. Then you don't have to worry about it.
It is definitely Bart. Oh, and Bardo, my boy Brady from Dallas Dojo, saying he will gift a sub if What's Poppin' gets a sniper pot G.
Oh,
So that one, I will be keeping an eye out for that, because that's an actual one that may be interesting to see whether or not it happens. Because I've seen What's Poppin'. He has the hit scan chops. It's entirely possible. It looks like he's been playing a lot of Sojourn, a lot of Hanzo, a lot of Cassidy this current comp season, and overall he's got 61 hours on Doomfist. Man, that's
oh
I'm
wow.
I'm I'm sorry. They nerf poor Doomfist straight into the ground, and it has got to feel bad for so many people who were Doomfist mains or who just like playing the character. Big L for Doomfist.
That's a big Doomfist L.
And listen, I didn't mind Doomfist as a character. I was never particularly good with him in Overwatch 1, but I just, you know, we do have someone who has to leave at 10:30. Oh no.
Oh no.
It is 9:45 Eastern time, folks. So Bobinator's got to hurry up and download this crap. Just let Beans know that their options are Busan or Ilios. Like we said earlier, if he picks anything other than Bus, if he picks Busan, if he picks Ilios over Busan, it's throwing. I think we can all agree on that. I mean, I'm just gonna set it now
Yeah, I think it's
because
safe.
it's pretty safe. Oh, and Spartacus, what's up, man? Yeah, we got both tanks are bye-week alums, and yeah, how about that? Got the storied repeat team of bye week. Um, we should have done it on a paintball. Oh, oh, Joey, it would have been pretty fun. Yeah, I seriously can't imagine them. The more I'm saying it, the more I'm like, is he going to pick Helios? It's entirely possible now, and it makes me question everything.
Oh, he said Ilios in coin flip.
Wow. Okay. Apparently, I jinxed it, and we're playing Helios tonight. I really did not expect that.
I mean, even on Ilios, right? There are still some really good open sight lines for the Pharaoh, especially with well. Try to go for all the boops in the well, but
Yeah.
all the Ilios maps there are some really good spots to play as Pharaoh, and a lot of sky boxes you can kind of camp and just float around. So that might be the direction they're still going.
Yeah, that would make sense if they want to run the Ferrari. I'm sure Guy Fieri is chomping at the bit to run some new Roadhog with the way that he's been adjusted now and just how much just sheer health he has
That is true.
and how much of a nuisance he can be. I really am not particularly surprised. I guess now that I actually sit here and think about it, Helios does make sense for them with their comp, but I don't know. There's some people who are kind of some unknowns on Bobbert's team with West Poppin and Planksty, who I remember playing a little bit with them during the combines, but
Yeah,
I haven't seen their full capabilities yet. So tonight's going to be an interesting watch
be
for
very
sure.
interesting. I wonder if we'll see either of these tanks on a Ilios well try to do the thing where you run in the well as Orisa and pull everyone in. That'd be pretty nice.
That would be absolutely incredible if we saw that happen. I honestly, I would gift a sub if one of the tanks pulls that off. If we get
I
well.
will also gift a sub if that gets pulled off.
You can clip it right now, chat. If somebody this season, not even tonight, somebody this season manages to pull that off as a reset, I will gift a sub. Clip it. You heard it right
Clip it
here.
now.
Banging my drums. We'll gift a sub. Actually, you know what? Even better. For every time somebody pulls it off, however many times it is, if they pull it off, gifting a sub. Don't care how many times it is. I would love to see it happen because it would just be hilarious to me. And honestly, I think more than anything, I would just be impressed because
Yeah, I would
that's
definitely be impressed.
Reese's ult. It's so difficult to really pull that off in the first place that if you manage to not only use your ult, but also pull people into some sort of environmental while you do it, that's pretty, that's pretty great. No matter what you say, no matter how you look at it, it's just, I mean, and it's not an easy feat either. You have to get the timing just right, and you have to make sure it's people who can't, somehow jump out of the hole or teleport out of the
Exactly.
hole or be otherwise saved by it.
Oh, Bobinator started playing Overwatch.
There he is. He's alive.
The man himself.
All right. Now we just need to confirm that Bobinator's got his lineup. Oh, he's got the R. Flame Chaser's got the R. Teams are ready. Here we go. It's Overwatch time.
It is Overwatch time.
And we start off at Lighthouse. So this map, I don't really expect to see the. I don't expect to see so much of the uh, boops necessarily. I mean, obviously, right around the point, there's lots of great spots for environmental kills, but it's definitely a map where you can see a larger variety of team comps.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it looks like Flame Chaser's going to start off on the Zarya. No,
Oh,
I
maybe.
lied. Diva. Okay. I'm here for it. We've got Planksty and Beans running Moira Lucio. Bobinator's still going to run the Pharah, though. Not going to rely so much on the Mercy. Was Popping going to run its trusty Hanzo? Love to see it.
I wonder if
And then
they just use this Lucio to speed out a spawn and Beans might switch back to the Mercy?
possibly, no, Bobinator's going to run Soldier, and we've got Guy Fieri Orisa, which
Yep.
I know he's been very excited about the Orisa changes, so that doesn't
Who's that
surprise me.
Mercy?
Bonsley Toss running the BAP, so we're going to have a BAP Mercy, and we're going to have a Pharmacy from Dreg and Novus. And Novus is definitely somebody I remember playing on a team with a lot who would play Lucio. And now Bobinator getting caught out a little bit there by Flame Chaser, and Guy Fieri is just going to kind of bully him away, saying, no, you don't touch my man. And throwing a lot of cooldowns at that engagement. And it looks like, oh no, Planksy's going to get taken out first there by Dreg. And meanwhile, Guy Fieri and company are having to back up as Planksy gets rezzed by Beans. And that first fight going to no cap. And oh no, was Poppin getting taken out by the stray pills of Bobbert there. So right now, Bobinator and company a little bit on their heels here. Guy Fieri trying to deal with Flame Chaser, just getting entirely up in his face there. Oh no, Bondsley toss getting picked up by Bobinator. And already a barrage coming up from Drake.
Wow.
It's going to take out Planksty. Beans is going to get followed up on with the rocket. But see, Bobbert does get taken out by Guy Fieri, who does make his way to point along with Bobinator. It's just the two of them, though, and they are not going to last long. Dreg managed to shoot himself in the face there with the rocket, and Novus is going to get followed up on by West Poppin. Flame Chaser takes out Guy Fieri with the baby pistol. And we see the huge immortality field coming out from Bosley Toss, allowing Flame Chaser to survive and stay on point a little bit longer, but he gets taken up by the Helix rockets of Bobinator, and that is going to end that fight.
What a fight that was. And if you're on the side of no cap, you can't really be too upset about that either. You're going to have 4 ults coming online, only committing the barrage there, which was built really fast by Drag, so you cannot be mad about that. Same thing going for Precious Booty, though. They're going to have about 5 ults coming up, about 4 ults coming up, really, but this Moira ult can come up pretty quickly, so they commit the Valk already.
Yep, that's not the surprise. Kind of use that to engage. You see Flame Chaser already on there, popping the bomb. It's going to get one. Planksty is out. Here comes the visor. Novus tried to whip out the Glock and was not able to. Bobinator getting 2 with the Helix Rocket, immediately turning the corner and turning the tides of that fight. What a team kill.
And you see 3 ults used on the side of no cap there. They use Bomb, Window, and Valk. So this is definitely going in the benefit of Precious Booty as of right now. You're gonna see the Coalescence coming online. Maybe they use this just as the same, but West Poppin just immediately takes out Bobbert, and he doesn't get a chance to use his higher. So this is almost just a reset here for no cap. Just being down a DPS in this 5v5 format is a lot harsher than it was in Overwatch 1.
And you see the Coalescence coming out very early there from Planksty. But again, just it's a zoning Cole, I guess. It just forces no cap to back up, and now Bobbert's gonna pop Tire, and Guy Fieri's gonna pop his ult. The Tire does not get anyone. Bonsley tosses him, Ward goes down, but then Guy Fieri's gonna get picked off. Bonsley Toss just kind of shooting him there. And here comes the Dragon Strike from West Poppin. Does not get anyone with that right away. Just getting sort of bullied by Flame Chaser now on the Zarya here. Quite a lot of charge, and they basically just zone Precious Booty off the point, and no cap is able to take this here. Guy Fieri coming in. Oh man, Novus winning the duel there against West Poppin in the meantime. Right now, Flame Chaser just getting huge beef here.
Too.
Man, Beans managing to get a big res there on West Poppin. You see, oh man, and West Poppin is going to respond in kind. Guy Fieri managing to also get a kill there. He got trapped, but here comes the Blade, but for Dreg here, it might be too little too late. He does cancel the Soldier ult. He kills Beans. That's 2. Can he get a 3rd? He takes out West Poppin. And the point stays in favor of no cap. What a hero play by Drag.
A huge Blade coming up from Drag. Canceling the visor. Bobo switching back over to the Pharah. And now you have Guy Fieri on this ball, which is in kind of a rough spot. Just trying to go up into Zarya. And this Junkrat is just going to do so much damage on the ball. He's going to have a tough time.
Yeah, I think Ball is a main tank now. Just you can't really play him against the same type of comps that you could before. And oh no. See West Poppin swapping over to the Sojourn here to get some raw damage, and they absolutely do. The grab comes out from Flame Chaser. It catches Planksty and Guy Fieri. Planksty goes down to Bobbert's trap, but it's not enough. You see the window also committed there from Bonsley Toss. I think honestly, if you're no cap, you probably wanted that back, but at this point they really had to they had to ult because they had to get on point. It's 99 to 99 now. Novus is on point by himself. He pops the beat. He was pretty high in the air, so he's lucky he didn't get killed out of it. Flame Chaser there as well, trying to stall, make something happen. The minefield comes out from Guy Fieri. It's all across the point. Right now, Flame Chaser trapped, kind of stuck, was popping and getting taken out by the grapple kill there. It's just him and Bonsley Toss trying to make something happen. Greg stops Bobinator from popping the barrage, but Bonsley Toss goes down, and they're not able to stall any longer as they get off point. So a very scrappy last fight there. Round number 1 goes to Precious Booty.
And when you play these comps with the ball, it's a lot harder to, you got to position yourself a lot better as a DPS and a support, because ball is just roaming around doing what he does best. So Bobinator and West Poppin being able to take those off angles and just spam that Sojourn Railgun and that Pharah Barrage really helped them a lot there to flip that back in their favor and get the cap.
Absolutely. And we see now Guy Fieri swapping back to the Orisa here, and this next map, much more long sight lines. See Bobinator running the Cassidy now, and Dreg going onto the Widow. Oh no, West Poppin's gonna run the Bastion. The fact that Bastion's back has definitely changed the game quite a bit, because he's such a strong hero now. Bugged or not. And especially with that Mercy damage boost on him, it's gonna make him very strong. And you can't really play Genji into him because he outlasts the deflect with his turret form.
Yeah.
And here we go, Flame Chaser once again on the Zarya. You see the sticky grenade coming out from Bobinator, not getting any kills, and it looks like just because of their speed, no cap will manage to get on point here first. Guy Fieri stuck out a little. Was poppin' getting picked off there by Dreg as well. A big pick. And No Cap will once again get first pick here. Bobinator getting staggered pretty hard there. Was poppin' getting rezzed. But I don't know that it was necessarily worth it, as they are going to have to reset anyway. Down goes Guy Fieri. Planksty getting taken out. And down goes Was poppin'. So that is a fight that it took probably a little bit too long for Precious Booty to lose there.
Yeah, they staggered themselves out quite a bit there, but this is going to be a really good game for Flame Chaser here. Just having that Orisa and, oh wow, and now that Sojourn just spamming always, you get a lot of charge as a Zarya, even with the Bastion before. But Beans is going to get their res back on a Bobinator, so they're going to at least be back in this fight as a full 5-man.
And here we go. We see, looks like Precious Booty just kind of posturing, trying to figure out what's happening, and Guy Fieri just getting shredded by the huge beef of Flame Chaser. And here comes Bobbert popping the tire, honestly just for the meme, I feel like. He's looking around for somebody to kill, but he can't find anyone. he's just kind of floundering.
And,
oh no, Planksty. Oh no. I don't think did he even know Planksty was there?
I don't think so. I think it kind of just exploded.
Yeah, he was definitely running out that timer pretty close. But nonetheless, a very sort of a riveting conclusion. And there's a big grab. It's going to get free. Guy Fieri does manage to harden his way out of it, but Bobbert is going to still get a kill there. Flame Chaser getting a kill on Guy Fieri. Planksty getting shredded by the pills of Bobbert. Was popping going down. Flame Chaser just having an absolute time on Zarya right now, and Beans just floating off there into nothing.
I mean, absolutely, because when you're on Orisa and you're going up against a Zarya, you have the same problem that you have when you're on D.Va. You cannot do anything about her beam. She just shoots it straight into you, and she always has this high energy. And they're holding him pretty close here. I don't know if there's going to be a touch on the side of Precious Booty, and there's not.
Yep, they get the beat comes out, the high noon comes out, and the high noon not able to get anyone because of the beat. And there you go. It's a tie game, which means we are on to the well. So get that subscription button ready, because if somebody pulls somebody into the well, I'm going to be gifting some subs here, folks.
Absolutely, we are. I really hope Guy Fieri is able to pull this off.
Honestly, I believe in him. We all believe in him. Mostly just because I really want to see it happen. I've only heard about it. I don't think I've even seen it on Reddit, but I've heard people say that you can do it, and that makes me want to see it.
It is quite the thing to see, I will be honest.
Here we go. No, Guy Fieri's going to run the Zarya. So, you know what? Honestly, that's fair. Zarya is the strongest tank in the game right now. And
absolutely.
If you can't beat him, join him. Just
especially
go Zarya v Zarya.
Bash and Junkrat. That's a lot of free energy if you're on the side of Precious Booty. You just time your bubbles right, and Bobinator just instantly takes out Bonsley Toss.
Yeah, Bonsley, unfortunately, just out of position there. Dreg on the Bastion is going to get 2, so it's an even fight still here. Even though Was Poppin' and Planksty going down, but Beans is going to res Planksty here. And down goes Dreg. Guy Fieri now the one with the massive beef. And Flame Chaser is by himself. Bobbert going down to Bobinator. So this is where I kind of expect to see him swap to Torque. Because I don't think he's going to get the same value on Junkrat, especially on this map where you don't really have the same kind of long sight lines that you have on the other 2 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with going against that Pharah and even the Soldier. That Torb is just good to try to keep a Soldier from flanking or keeping the Pharah out of the air. But he is going to stick on the Junkrat for now.
See Dreg running the D.Va. See Dreg running the Pharah now, which I've been on a team with him. It was actually last season. And he went up against Bobinator and did the Pharah 1v1. And it was very just impressive to see how he's able to hit direct rockets midair. Ooh, Bobbert taking out Planksty here early. That's one huge pick. And down goes Was Poppin'. And Flame Chaser going to charge through. Bobinator gets the barrage off, but only takes out Bonsley Toss. Bobbert and Dreg going to follow up here. Dreg taking out Beans. And that is a flip for No Cap. It is not over yet, folks. We're going to see, does Guy Fieri stick with the Zarya? I'd imagine he will, because he's 81%, 82% to grab now, I should say.
Yeah, I would say he would at least use it for the grab. Maybe we see him switch to the D.Va afterwards, just to try to eat some of the spam and help out with the Pharah, but by no means is he doing bad on the Zarya. I think it might just help improve them a little bit, but they're going to stick with it for now. Hopefully we can see a big grab come out here.
Oh my god, Drang just came in
Wow.
and assassinated Bobinator out of nowhere. The tire comes out and Bobbert, oh no, he gets denied by the Helix rocket of What's Poppin'. Bobinator's gonna get rezzed. Bobbert's gonna get stuck in it. The Diva Bomb comes out from Flame Chaser, goes too high and doesn't get anyone. Drag manages to kill Bobinator there as he gets back. The barrage comes out, takes out Guy Fieri, but What's Poppin' is going to respond and take Bobinator out of the fight. Flame Chaser now on point here, managing to help his team stabilize, and they are still in this, now ahead in capture progress at 50% here. So that was a scrappy fight.
That was definitely a scrappy fight. We do see Guy Fieri switch back over to the Orisa. I think that can help a lot with the Diva trying to take care of that, even with the spam damage, because you can still eat it. But Bobbert instantly falls to Bobinator.
Yeah, and that's just the issue you have when you're running a Junkrat into a Pharah, is you're going to have a hard time. And Dreg right now, without his Mercy Pocket, Beans is actually going to be the one who pulls out the Glock. And What's Poppin', D-Max Flame Chaser, Bonsley tosses out of the fight. We've got the Tac Visor coming out from What's Poppin' here. You see, will he actually get anybody with that? No, but the fight's still very much won anyway. Novus there just surviving, trying to stall out for time. Bobbert there as well doing the same. 86%. Honestly, if you're no cap, you're okay with that, because Precious Booty had to expend a couple of ults there to make that happen.
Yeah,
They've
having to throw
only
that
got
Coalescence
barrage.
in the end is it's gonna hurt them.
We see Flame Chaser's pretty close to bomb again. That's pretty much all they have to work with. So right now the teams are, it's actually a little in the favor of Precious Booty here, because they have Valk and they have Barrage.
Absolutely. If you can get them to kind of just use these ults fast, you can come back in as no cap, and you still definitely have time. But Flame Chaser taking out the opposing tank with Guy Fieri falling instantly.
Oh no, they don't manage to stop the res, and the Mercy gets away. The barrage comes out, doesn't get anyone immediately, does eventually take out Bonsley Toss. The bomb comes out from Flame Chaser. Oh, and he gets annihilated before he's able to squash anybody, and it looked like he had somebody in his sights too. So right now you've got Tyre, Dreg pretty close to a high noon here. Bonsley Toss is going to have window, so if he can position himself where Bonsley Toss can put that window in front of him, that could get them a lot of value here for no cap. Novus eating his way to point as Lucio trying to make something happen. You see the Tyre coming out early. Where is it?
Needs to be big. And
it takes
is.
out Bobinator and Blankstein. That is absolutely colossal. See, down goes What's Poppin'. Beans not really able to get the res. The Arisol comes out. The High Noon comes up. Doesn't get anyone, but Guy Fieri goes down anyway. Beans is there on point by herself. And in overtime here, No Cap is able to take it back. 10% to go. They've got quite a fight on their hands. In comes the window early. And What's Poppin' pretty close to his visor. We're going to see if his team is able to make it. I think they will. Yep, Bobinator makes it. What's Poppin' goes down to early to Flame Chaser there, though. Down goes Bobinator. Oh. See Guy Fieri on point with the hamster. Down Planksty, though. And Beans falling into the pit. Manages to get the res. What a display of Mercy tech. Honestly, I really can't be mad. Flame Chaser, though, just eating himself at Bobinator and Beans. And victory from the jaws of defeat. No Cap is going to win tonight's first map. And let's see who gets first play of the game here. It is going to be Dragon.
It has to be this clutch on first point.
Absolutely. There it is.
Yep.
Oh, man. 28 health. Wow.
That is just
absolutely
Genji play.
Clean. Really, just you gotta applaud that.
Yeah, that was just insane.
All right, and with that, it will now be Precious Booty's turn to pick a map once again, which means that No Cap will get to ban, and I believe Flame Chaser will know because he's the games manager, but I believe the next map is Payload, standard Payload.
Correct.
And the options are Havana,
Dorado,
and Circuit Royale. Honestly, I would love to see some Circuit Royale. It's a fun map. I was kind of sad I didn't get to play it in my game last night because I actually really like playing it, especially as a DPS. That first corner, if you're playing a spammy hero like Junkrat or Torbjorn, there's basically only one direction the opposing team can come when they're attacking.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteed to get value out of spammy heroes like that. Flame Chaser is going to ban Dorado. That is a bold strategy. But because that leaves Havana and Circuit Royale, and to be honest, both of them are going to be good maps for Bobinator on the Pharah, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Both those maps just have really long open sight lines where you can just spam as fair, but I am interested to see which one they go with. I wonder if they'll pull out, go to Circle Royale and pull out the classic double sniper. I don't know how much Bobinator plays snipers, but that's just a really good map to run like a Widow Hanzo or even a Widow Sojourn would be really good there.
Was Poppin running the Widow? Maybe they do like a Widow Soldier or a Widow Sojourn, like you said, but with. It seems like Wes Poppin plays more of the long range hit scans, and Bobinator is more. He's playing a lot of the Cassidy Soldier, Pharah,
Yeah.
kind of the mid range DPS players or DPS heroes, I should say. And looks like we're going to see Digital Love getting in off the bench here for round number 2. And we are just waiting on the map selection from Mr. Bobinator. Hop on Circuit Royale and see if I influence any choices, just because I really want to see that map. And also, it's beautiful. Honestly, the design on
It
it is
is.
great. You know, say what you will about the oh, Brady here. West Poppin is a Marine, so hit scan is kind of like a normal day at work. That is not something I knew, but
I also
it
don't
makes
know that.
sense.
He said
If
the new
you
one.
the new one, there you go, Dat Royale,
Yeah,
the
Royale.
the Royale with cheese, as they say. All right, so we get the waiting for the ready signals from both captains. I imagine it will be coming quickly. We shall wait and see. I don't know as and Steck might also be able to weigh on this since they were in a different game than either of us, Static. But I wonder if anyone else has played any of the new maps this week. Besides, well, as far as the well, I guess because push, if you end up playing it, you just end up playing it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, our game last night went to 4 maps, so obviously we did end up playing it just because we had to. But I'd be curious to see. Oh, by the way, we've got several belly rubs for Bronson getting redeemed by Liam Griffin. We're going to get Bronson to 100 belly rubs this season. Well, and here we go. And here we go. And I believe with the way the teams are currently set up, we have uh we have Precious Booty on attack first, I think. I can never remember which one it's.
Yeah, I believe they're attacking first. Yes, they are.
All right. So that means Bobbert's going to run Junkrat. We see Dreg running Ash here. I definitely get that. I mean, there's a great little piece of high ground right here at the Hotel Monaco.
We see Flame Chaser on the Sigma, and I really like that. Sigma is really good for this map.
Yeah, especially with just this one little choke that the payload starts in. You just put his shield there, and you just can't do anything. And here we are. Flame
Throw
Chaser
that
just
shield up.
positioning
Both
himself.
Dreg and Bobber just have free range to just spam as much as they want. And this dynamite is going to be huge from Dreg. Just that constant damage is going to get a lot of ult charge.
We see Guy Fieri already burning. So he unfortunately did not wait. He sees the trap though from Bobbert, so he's not going to get caught in that one. And honestly, I kind of would have expected Bobbert to be a little further back here on this high ground where he can kind of
Oh,
spam from a bit more safety. And Guy Fieri going down early, that is going to hurt. You see the trap set up around the corner here. The rock is out from Flame Chaser. And some big dynamite's already coming out from Drake. He's already almost 30% to his ult. So within seconds of the round starting, he is definitely getting a lot of value on that Ash. We see Guy Fieri going to just immediately swap to the Sigma. Honestly, that's a great call.
Yeah, I
Trying to
think
run
that's just what
Winston
you need
into
to
this
do here.
comp would have been running Winston into that comp would have been absolutely painful. Oh no, and he gets
Yeah.
rocked and dynamited and just having the main tank experience. See Flame Chasers use the grasp. The rock goes right into the shield of Guy Fieri. The cart is slowly scooching forward. Dreg getting the pick there on Bobinator. Another dynamite is out, but it looks like they're spreading out this time, so not going to get caught by it. Oh, and the rock comes out, hits Bobbert this time. And it's just kind of the battle of the Sigmas here, the battle of the spam damage. What's popping on the Junkrat? And he gets just kind of
Just
flattened there
annihilated.
between
Yeah.
the rock and the Junkrat spam. And another dynamite out here from Dreg, now 71% to his ult and just climbing so rapidly.
And this is just gonna be another reset here on the side of Precious Booty. I mean, it's a minute and a half gone already, and they still haven't turned the first corner. That's why this corner is so deadly, especially with this comp that No Cap is playing.
Yeah, just the sheer amount of damage that they're putting out makes it so hard to get any kind of capture progress. It really doesn't matter how much your supports heal, it's just too much damage. They do finally manage to
Absolutely.
get through. They just kind of match spam for spam here with Bobinator on the Soldier 76 now. And honestly, that's doing them a lot of good.
It's
And
making
here
them
comes
a
the
lot of
tire from
space.
Bobbert. We're going to see if he gets value out of it. No, it gets shot down by Guy Fieri. And here comes the Bob now from Dreg. It's going to hit right at the cart. The Nano is going to go on to Flame Chaser. And he's going to get a lot of value out of that with some help from Bobbert. And that is going to force Precious Booty to back off. And a solid fight win there for No Cap. I think probably using maybe just one more ult than they would have liked to, since the tire wasn't able to get any value. But right now, Flame Chaser, he's just off in a corner by himself.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Bobber's there with him. Ooh, Digital Love,
Oh,
the nade. Oh,
Bean's
and
getting
down
two.
Beans has just decided to take manners into her own hands
Grandma
and is
got
just,
angry.
oh damn. What's Poppin goes down, but so does Flame Chaser. Unfortunately, he got caught out of position there. At this point, Drag and Bosley Toss just have to run. Drake trying to get some value, and he just is not able to survive. And honestly, no matter you got 5 people looking at you, no matter how much Anna is healing you, it's just not going to do much. And
There should
now,
still be a touch here from the side of No Cap. You have the flux, you have the window. I just put this window up here, let Bobbert shoot through it. This
uh,
could definitely flip
Guy
things.
Fieri is going to get it first, though. We see the immortality coming out there from Digital Love, and that was huge, keeping his team in that fight. What's poppin' ends up being the one that goes down.
Oh, they
Bobinator
raised
pops his ult.
Bobinator.
Oh, and down goes Flame
Oh,
Chaser, despite the Sigma ult, and Guy Fieri getting the cleanup there. Oh man, if you're Flame Chaser, you just like, what are you gonna do, man? Like, it's just
you switch to Reinhardt. That's what you do.
pretty much just what is the trick to beating Sigma? You walk at him
You just walk
because
at him.
yeah, he can't deal with it when you walk forward. That is his weakness. M1, and of course Flame Chaser known for his Reinhardt round these parts.
Absolutely.
Oh no, getting hit by the rock early. Gotta hurt a little bit. He's gonna make himself some space here in no time, just going right past that shield. We see, oh, Bobinator getting taken out there. So does Guy Fieri goes down. Another tire coming out from Bobbert. It's gonna get two.
Huge.
Down goes What's Poppin' and Planksty. That is a solid fight win there for No Cap. Oh, and
And it,
Beans. Oh no,
ooh.
the railgun to the head. That is a big stagger, thanks to Drake.
This is kind of the same situation as it is first corner or first point. Trying to get around this corner to get up to the high ground is absolutely brutal. Just because by default, the defending team gets this high ground, which isn't always super common. So breaking this is going to be very stressful.
See, got the Sojourner. Drag is just in the middle of everybody. He's nanoed, but he's also about 1 health. He's not going to get any kills. Bobbert does help follow up there, but down goes Bobinator as well. So the follow-up from his team is probably means more than the actual ults expended themselves. We see the tire coming out from What's Poppin'. Going to see, oh no, the immortality field is down. Down goes
Oh,
Bonsley Toss. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't also manage to catch Digital
yeah.
Love in that. It was kind of Digital Love actually could consider himself lucky he didn't die there.
It
I'm
was
pleasantly
definitely a close
surprised.
call.
Oh, but he does go down now. And down goes Flame Chaser. It's just Reg and Bobert goes down. It's just Reg. He's trying to survive. Bonsley tosses back on the Kiriko, but it's not enough to survive. Even
Might
with
have
the
been able to
protection,
TP
Suzu.
too. Yeah. Still a pretty decent hold there from Precious Booty. It is No, I don't think they get another tertiary, but getting them down to about 45 seconds left on a cap isn't too bad.
We see now Guy Fieri running the Orisa, which into Reinhardt is definitely going to make Flame Chaser's life hard. So, Flame Chaser and Guy Fieri
deep.
And he gets two and follows up with the kill on Dreg. A huge ult. Guy Fieri nanoed as well there.
Make it
Takes
4.
out Bobbert. Make it 5. The man just soloed an entire team.
Wow, a clean ace from Guy Fieri there, just absolutely dominating the entire side of No Cap.
And Flame Chaser probably going to stick with Reinhardt just because he literally has Shatter.
Yeah.
But he's going to probably have to swap if they get multiple fights out of this, because that Orisa is going to bully him to death otherwise. Ooh, an early pick there on Dreg. That's huge for Bobinator. The Shatter comes out. I don't think he got anyone, though. The Tire comes out from Bobbert. He's going to wheel it around, trying to get someone. He gets 3!
My.
Huge play. A DPS and both supports go down, and Guy Fieri has to back out as he is alone and unable to really do much else there. What a play by Bobbert. Honestly, huge saving that fight. Oh, and a big stagger on Guy Fieri. That is going to be huge for No Cap here.
That's going to be really rough. And this third point is really good for this high ground here. So if Precious Booty can break this front hold and just take this high ground, they can just run straight to the cart, and it's pretty easy for them. But just this Bastion and this Junkrat holding the door is going to be really hard to walk through. Guy Fieri needs to eat a lot of damage here.
He's definitely going to be doing it. We can see he's already used the spear spin. You see the Fox ult comes out here. Guy Fieri just going straight for the Bastion. He knows that's got to be his primary target focus there. Bobbert, meanwhile, going down, but Guy Fieri, unfortunately, does not win that battle against Dreg. Bobinator is still up on the high ground, fighting against the Bastion and the Reinhardt, and does not manage to win that. Was Poppin going down as well, and it looks like No Cap will succeed in holding here with 12 seconds left. Precious Booty probably has one more chance to get this done. Here comes the Bastion ult, the Mortar Strike coming down. It's not going to get anyone right away. The Soldier ult coming out from Bobinator. He's nanoed too. We're going to see, can we get any value out of here? No one's dying yet. But here comes what's popping with the Sojourn ult. The overclock is happening. Another ult from Guy Fieri. He's going to get 2. Flame Chaser has also gotten 2, but he dies in the process. Guy Fieri going down. It's just Dreg and Bobbert. Dreg getting picked off at the last second here. Bobbert is by himself, hiding behind a corner, trying to make something happen. But he does not really have much help yet until more of his team respawns. Meantime, the cart is still moving forward. We are in overtime here. It is last fight territory for both teams. Bobinator getting pushed off point. So close to stalling. Guy Fieri now on the hamster, just diving in, keeping this fight alive. The rest of his team shooting away from Ahar. The tire comes out from Bobbert. He's going to take out Bobinator. Guy Fieri takes out Bobbert in response. Digital Love's going to pick up Beans with a wild headshot. The window is out. It's spamming a ton of damage. And unfortunately, Precious Booty forced off point just shy of the final cap. But still an impressive effort from them to get that as far as they did. And a tall order remains now for No Cap to match that.
It was definitely still an amazing push from the side of Precious Booty. I feel like finishing this map is honestly kind of rare. Just trying to... This is a very defense side of map, in my opinion. But it's still a really good showing from Precious Booty. So I'm sure we'll see probably a Sigma coming out. Maybe from both sides again, just for this first point at least. Just since it's so good. But an impressive showing, really, from both teams there.
Yeah, I honestly will not be surprised if Guy Fieri gets that pot G for that Orisa play.
He has to.
The 5K was just disgusting. And here we go. We're going to see Flame Chaser running the Zarya here. So he's going to just, again, the continuing rock, paper, scissors tank matchup here as Flame Chaser decides, you know what? I'm just going to do a crap ton of damage.
And that's kind of what you need here, just to get around this corner, honestly, or to hold this corner, even. Just a lot of damage. Just keep him at bay.
And with the Zarya and the Widow, we're definitely going to see that. You see Bobinator going to run the Bastion. What's popping on the Ashe? See, I like the spot that was popping is set up. We see the rest of his team, though, setting up pretty far back. Which, I don't know if I agree with that particular decision. Flame Chaser just getting instant 40 charge. The Dynamite also already out. no damage is going to be acquired off of that. Flame Chaser just going straight to the enemy high ground.
Oh,
Bobinator just going to shred people, or try to anyway. Drag getting the early pick on what's popping. So Planksty having to use that res early in the fight. We see right now Flame Chaser just bullying Guy Fieri on this Zarya here. And he's just up there on high ground. Bobinator, I think he killed himself with his grenade. I'm not quite
I
sure what
think
happened
so.
there.
I think he shot it, forgot it ricocheted, and kind of came back and smacked him in the face. But
Oh no. And Flame Chaser just the colossal amounts of beef from the Zarya here. And that cart is just moving for free, 100%. And I'd say it looks like Precious Booty should have the ability to recontest here. Oh, Guy Fieri,
like this Reinhardt.
he definitely
Oh,
overshot
they don't
that.
touch.
Oh no. I think the issue was Guy Fieri overshot his charge, and then when he tried to recover, the rest of his team didn't go in. And it just was probably a little bit of a miscommunication there from the looks of it.
Probably.
Oh, and the grab. Oh, catching Beans and Planksty. And is Flame... Oh, the solo shatter. Man. Just some just a bit of a dick swinging contest here with these ults, but I'm entirely here for it.
I mean, absolutely. The Guy Fieri just trying to do what he can to protect his supports there. Honestly, solo shuttering that Zarya is not too bad. You get rid of the charge and make him have to start all the way over. So it is definitely not too bad. He is kind of caught up front here, but I think he's gonna be able to get away.
Yeah, he's got his supports with him. Between Beans and Planksty, he will at least be able to get out and regroup with the rest of his team, which he has managed to do. The Dynamite's out there. See, Dreg burning there. I mean, Tire come out from Bobbert. It's going to take out Bobinator, but it's not really going to matter because 3 of his team already got taken out of the fight. Then Nana Boost coming out here. And we see...
And the Bastion ult.
Bobinator might want that back.
Yeah. I think he needs a refund on that one.
And Liam, to answer how Guy Fieri stayed alive that whole time, support players. Beans just playing out of her absolute mind.
Per usual.
Yeah.
We still see Flame Chaser on the Zarya here. Dreg is a nice headshot on a Bean slow. So if this doesn't get res, this could open up a really good fight for the side of no cap.
Oh no, Bonsley Toss getting killed. His ult still does get off though. Flame Chaser is going to take out Guy Fieri. Planksty goes down. The Bob is there to try and stall the card, but Flame Chaser is just going to get himself some free ult charge there.
Some free charge.
No free ult charge, free energy, I should say. Not really ult charge so much, but just getting a free 80 charge there pretty much. Courtesy of Mr. Bob, aka Robert, as he attempted to intervene.
This is going to be a really tough retake for Precious Beauty, really, because you only have the Valk and the Shatter. If Guy Fieri lands a huge Shatter, and he does.
But the protection Suzu coming out from Bosley Toss there is huge, and Guy Fieri...
headshot.
He charged in and just did not manage to pull that off the way he wanted to, I think. And Flame Chaser's going to get a nice response pick there. We see Beans getting bullied, but still alive somehow. The Coalescence coming out from Digital Love as the point flips and Bobinator goes down and pretty much immediately after getting rezzed. And we see the Valk also coming out there from Planksty. So now Precious Booty is going to be without that support ult for the next fight, and they might want that one back here. We see the Sojourn from Dreg getting a ton of value here. Guy Fieri not really able to hold up his shield as long as he might want to, especially with that Zarya in his face.
The Sojourn's going to do a lot here, especially just spamming that Reinhardt shield. Every single bullet gives you one charge closer to your railgun headshot, so just spamming that shield as much as you can is really good for them.
Planksty having to use his res again. Down he goes after managing to res what's poppin', courtesy of Mr. Flame Chaser. Guy Fieri somehow got in the back
he was kind of
no cap there.
Lost in the sauce there. Bobinator pulling out the tire, running for what's poppin'. Oh, keeps going and gets Beans instead.
He saw Flame Chaser was on what's poppin' there. And there's the grab in the spawn, or near the spawn. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. And there it is, map number 2 going to no cap. A solid offensive showing there by Flame Chaser and company. And here it is, tonight's second play of the game. Guy Fieri with that reindeer skin, which honestly, Kind of looks like some Five Nights at Freddy shit.
It kind of it kind of does. Looks like an animatronic, but
Flame Chaser like, no,
wow.
no, my team, and then he just get away from.
Yeah, they all kind of just fell over there. What do you do in that situation, though? Honestly, just that Orisa ult, and you have no speed to run away from it, and he's just doing so much damage. There's not much you could honestly do there.
All right, so here we go. It's 2-0 in favor of No Cap, and we are on to map number 3, which will be hybrid. We're going to be swapping out Bonsly Toss. Novus going to get brought into the game here for tonight's final map. And I'm trying to remember which hybrid maps we have. I know Eichenwald is one of them because that was the one my team specifically didn't want to play
I
last
believe
night.
it is Blizzard World, Eichenwald, Hollywood, or
Right,
any
because
of
we
those
played
locations.
Right, because we played Hollywood last night. I remember that.
Yes.
I have no idea how to play Overwatch 2 Orisa. I just spam buttons. I mean, listen, I feel like that's what most people do when they play Orisa, and it works. Orisa all in my own backline, thinking it's still Supercharger. Oh no! Big oof. And yeah, we are gonna wait here and see what Flame Chaser. Oh, he banned Blizzard World. So the options
Good.
are Eichenwald or Hollywood. I don't know why. I like Blizzard World. It's a
I
great
am an
map.
avid Blizzard World hater.
Why?
I don't know what it is. I feel like I always lose that map. My win record has to be like 2% on that map. I can't do it. I cannot play Blizzard World for the life of me.
I will say that it's a map that you kind of have to. You feel like you almost have to win 2 fights to win that first point because
Yeah.
you have to push past the first choke and then there's kind of a second choke behind it where the actual point is. So it's in that sense it is challenging, but I love that map as a professional Junkrat player. So yeah, it's a fun time. But we see Hollywood is the pick. I think. Could have sworn he said ban Blizz. Yeah, he did. Okay, we're good. Bobinator gave us the R.
Awesome.
Flame Chaser gave us the R. We're starting. We're rocking. We're rolling.
We are gaming.
And we are back stateside. Some good old-fashioned Western cowboy action in Hollywood. And here we go. Oh, you know what? Your boy messed up.
Oh, we got to play Halloween. We didn't play Halloween Hollywood last night, did we?
No, we did not. I forgot to swap sides.
That's it.
Yeah. NA casters, you know.
Real NA production.
Yeah, you know, just me over here having done this literally over a score of times, yet somehow that's the one thing I managed to forget. You know what? We fix it. We do the thing.
Welcome to Hollywood. Initiating match.
And it's a fair point. You know, some people don't like the seasonal maps, and they're wrong. But you know, that's their
It's
opinion
okay to be
have, I
wrong.
guess.
It happens.
Listen, I'm the casting manager. I'm allowed at least one oopsie a season. I figure.
You have cashed in your oopsie, and you must be flawless for the rest of the season. It is
There you
only
go.
week 1, so good luck.
Well, that's what you get. You just, you know, shaking the rust off. That's all it is.
Yeah, for sure.
And we see Flame Chaser running the Zarya here. And Novus somehow picked Reinhardt. I'm confused.
I'm also very confused.
We're going Rein Zarya.
Very confused. How and why?
Let's run them over.
I could have sworn I have competitive rules set. I don't know how they managed that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
There
Either
you go.
way, Novus swapping to Lucio. See Flame Chaser on the Zarya. Guy Fieri is going to have a bad time against that as a Sigma. I definitely get Sigma
Absolutely.
defending this point, but once Flame Chaser, literally you can just press W with that Lucio speed. Drag on the Genji here, already taking the high ground, and you can already see Precious Booty very much on their back foot here. What's popping on the Torbjorn, but that turret is not going to last very long. And Precious Booty is just getting forced back and back and back, and Bobbert is going to get taken down by What's Poppin', but Guy Fieri is already out of the fight. So, Bobinator on the May here, getting a ton of value and a huge res from Beans. Planksty does go down, but so does Dreg, just getting
Yeah.
frosted.
Just leads
And
digital love.
listen, those thick thighs of May, you better watch out. Honestly, I don't understand how they did it, but
No, that was
Precious
a really
Booty.
quick attack from No Cap, but Precious Booty dug their heels in and held their ground, and they did it pretty well, pretty convincingly as well.
Yeah, and we see now everybody just focusing Bobinator here in his ice block, getting the Mercy Pocket, trying to hang on. He gets booped back up to high ground and jumps right back down. The wall comes out, and Planksty is down. Bobinator is down. It's just Guy Fieri left here. And,
The rest gets canceled.
oh no. So that is going to hurt. Beans valking to try and stay alive and just whipping out the Glock. And she's going to live just about as long as she can. And down she goes. A valiant effort. I will never fault a Mercy for whipping out the Glock to try and stall the point.
You do what you gotta do.
And Dreg just getting disrespected there. When he thought he had the easy pick on Bobinator. Now Bobinator once again just in his ice block. And here comes the Blizzard.
Oh, the Blizzard. They're gonna be able to just walk out of it though with that Lucio speed. I mean, and the
Oh,
grab.
Honestly, I'm surprised Guy Fieri didn't eat that. I feel like it must have just been right outside of him.
It's just
somehow.
out of the box. Oh,
Yeah. We thought we had a pause, but we don't. Flame Chaser and Beans trading off their digital love. Getting traded out here, but Nova's trying to escape. Just getting tickled by May. And Greg with the big pick there on what's poppin'. Once again, him and Bobinator are going to square off here on the backside of General Store set. And him and Novus just bullying him. He tried to escape
poor
with the wall.
Bobo. He did his best. It just wasn't enough. Guy Fieri on the point, but Dreg's gonna plop the blade. Doesn't get lifted.
Yeah, I was gonna say he almost got put in gay baby jail there, but not quite. And down he goes. Guy Fieri trying to stall there against Dreg, but what's poppin' also gonna get picked off with some help from Novus there. And
It's a really
looks
solid push here.
right now it's just Novus and Dreg are just bullying Precious Booty in their own spawn.
Yeah, just leaving the Kiriko here on point to just push it in. If they need anything that bad, you can just TP in. It's just gonna be a pretty convincing second point here.
Okay, now we have an actual pause. We're gonna give that a hot second, see what happened. Oh, Peter has disappeared. Miss him dearly. We wait. Somebody's got that great value internet, I imagine. It do be happening.
It do be happening.
So just wait for whatever's going on. Drake saying he also just got a lag spike. I just hope we don't have what happened last night where the server just randomly closes mid.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was really confused.
I was glad that at least happened like before the match started and not
And not
like
mid-match.
in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
And have to like start completely over, which I think we could all agree would have been awful. I don't even know how we would do that. Like, we basically
Just call it a draw and go next map. Don't even start over.
Just scrap
Let
it.
Over.
Screw it. We'll do it live.
Because it happened right before push, didn't it? So we could have just not played push and just kept going.
Yeah.
Just went back to control.
If only. But here we are, following the rules. Letting it happen. And we wait ever so patiently for Bobinator's internet to come back online. Imagine he is one. Well, he's just the one who called for the pause. We don't necessarily know that it's him. Could be anybody on his team. But I know a lot of people have been dealing with lag spike issues recently. I think what was it just a week or two ago? There was all those like games you join and the server would just randomly close mid game. People just get
Yeah,
kicked. Esports ready game.
esports ready game. There was a long time too where every game you joined, you had like a minimum of 100 ping. That was a good time. Or the
Oh
time
yeah, right
when
after the
half the
DDoS.
roster was locked out, and yeah, esports ready.
Yeah, totally. You know, things you expect from a small indie company. Question remains here is what we're going to see once things get unpaused because right now the ults are pretty well in favor of Precious Booty here. So if Bulbator and crew can get themselves solidly regrouped in their spawn, kind of walk on out, they have every possibility of winning this next fight here.
Oh,
Now,
absolutely.
it's unfortunately second point already got capped. So at this point, their goal should just be to get out of spawn safely and try and either not lose the fight or win the fight and then just hold closer for the remainder of the round, which is 4.5 minutes. So that is definitely not a small task. Oh, and Joey's saying that at least you don't get the Zarya beam bug where you just hear brrr while your game is
That's
paused. Which
that's always a plus.
yeah, I mean that's got to be annoying as hell. You're just sitting there waiting for somebody else to unpause, and you just hear for like
You
five
sound just
minutes.
like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been practicing my meme sounds.
I can
And
tell.
see here, check. Okay, L plus ratio plus pause. All right, Bobinator is ready. Gonna assume that Flame Chaser is also ready, and he's
Awesome.
got it. So here we go. We are unpausing. We are rocking and rolling.
Oh yeah, and we see them just kind of going at it in this hallway here. They no cap still got the point, so they don't really mind dying here. Honestly, just waiting for
Yeah,
these doors to open. But if some good late kills here too for both teams.
yeah, definitely some solid stuff here. And now Drake just kind of taking some space, trying to kind of make things happen while the rest of his team is just going to let that cart push. Guy Fieri swapping over to the Zarya now. And here comes an early coalescence from Planksty, and that's going to help them get 2 kills right off the bat there. And Flame Chaser and company are just going to kind of back on out. They've got more than enough time to work with. They got an ult committed out of that fight. So realistically, if you're Flame Chaser, you're just worried about the fact that there are several other ults on the opposing team that they still haven't used.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you have
that's
the
really your issue.
Mail, you have Visor, and the Valkyrie bean. So a late kill on the Bobbert's gonna make them have to wait just some 10 seconds longer just to re-engage here. So any time that Precious Booty can take off the clock is in their favor.
Absolutely. And see now, no cap, just kind of getting themselves regrouped. See Bobbert on the Junkrat, just kind of looping himself on in here. Here comes
Oh, the K Rush gets blocked by the
Rush.
Maywall. It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, and the Drag's still getting the picks though. Flame Chaser also still managing to get value. But does the wall actually block people so that if you're
It
on
does.
the other side of it, you don't get the effects of it?
The Maywall actually just stops the K Rush in its tracks. So if you K Rush into a May and they put their wall up, it stops wherever the wall is. So it can go
Oh,
through things like Zarya Bubble and Ryan Shield, but not the Maywall.
that's interesting.
Stops it dead in its tracks.
It's sort of interesting that that's the thing that stops it and not any other physical barrier.
Just a
And
really
despite
good
that,
push.
a very solid recovery fight there from Flame Chaser and company, and they are back in it with a solid time bank of just under 2.5 minutes. So a lot in the favor of no cap right now as far as winning this match, but it is by far not over yet. Fury and company still got a chance to make something happen with this map. and at least take it to a third round.
Yeah, if
You can
you're on the
see,
side of Precious Booty here, you gotta pull something out and try to almost steamroll the attack because you need a finish with at least some sort of time. Because if you cap with nothing here, no cap just needs one tick. So I'm hoping they can kind of just get in here and get what they need to do
I
done.
like your mask.
I think the biggest
I
thing
like your
that's gonna
mask, dude.
help Precious Booty here is just target focus.
Checking it.
I think if they can just single somebody out, whether it's Greg or Bobbert or one of the supports, I think their biggest thing is to just not feed Flame Chaser charge.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the thing that we've been seeing when he's been playing that Zarya tonight. He's just been so high energy for so long that he pretty much just gets to do whatever he wants.
Really interested to see how this hog ends up working out, especially with that Zarya. You know, if you're one of your teammates or even yourself gets hooked, you can just bubble them, and that's some free charge because by instinct that Roadhog's still going to shoot the bubble. So
Yeah,
I'm very interested to see
he's
if
gonna do the
they're able to
combo.
make this work.
It's pretty much ingrained in anybody who's played a lot of
Oh.
Hog. Ooh, Bobinator with a nice early pick there on Dreg. He's gonna get rezzed, I would imagine.
He gets spooked out of it.
Oh no.
Res.
That has really got to hurt for no cap there. And Bobinator and company are going to make a solid push here. The hook gets missed there, and Bobbert sneaking his way into that high ground. And Digital Love now going down. Bobinator taking out Bobbert as well, just popping off on this Pharaoh right now. And that is a solid fight win for Precious Booty. Greg just going to get doinked in the face there, meanwhile, by Guy Fieri. And that has got to hurt. And here we go, 5.5 minutes on the clock. What a solid push there by Precious Booty. And immediately the concussion rocket gonna push everybody off that high ground. Novus just skating around that soundstage, trying to escape. Beans even coming after him with the Glock. Honestly, that was kind of hilarious. We see West Poppy getting a nice pick there on Digital Love in the meantime there. Greg now popping the Ash here and gets shot. Gonna get the shot down on Bobinator, but Bobinator still managing to take out two. Guy Fieri's going to fall up and get a third. So this cart still gets to move forward here with What's Poppin' and Planksteve just kind of hanging out here, hiding behind cover. And it's going to be quite a bit of space that they've created for themselves despite losing a couple in that fight. That barrage honestly did a lot for them.
And you have to think on the side of no cap here, do you switch off the Socio Mercy, especially because Mercy just fell, but it's a lot harder for Flame Chaser to play as aggressive as he would like to with just that lack of healing just from the Lucio Mercy. It's just not offering him enough. So maybe see that switch up, enable the Zarya a little bit more, and you can get some more done here because tank-wise and honestly DPS-wise, this should be in the favor of no cap. So I'm looking for a switch here to try to save them.
You see, Bob is going to come out here from Greg. Oh no, Plankstein not able to escape the wrath of the battery-operated boyfriend. Beans also trying to survive, but Novus is going to sneak there behind that wagon and take her out. Bobinator does manage to get Digital Love before the fight ends there, and he's just going to kind of hang out on this high ground. He is very much by himself, and Flame Chaser just trying his best to beam him down. Some help from Novus, he finally does. Huh. Oh man, the emote. We saw that, Tom. Don't think we didn't. I saw that happen. You tried to break dance and act like nobody was watching. You're not slick.
So coming in to their next attack, Precious Beauty is gonna have K-Rush, and they'll have Dragon, and they'll have their Valve. So I'm sure we see some things coming here. But on the side of no cap, we do see Grav Tires that could possibly pop. Novik's falling really quick. Guy Fieri just taking out another. So tires are gonna come out from Bobber. It's hunting for somebody who's not really finding much with it though.
He's going literally all over everywhere. Eventually takes out Bobinator, but Beans is just gonna be like, whatever. Easy res. Oh man, Guy Fieri narrowly misses that hook, just getting booped out of the way at the last second. And now we just have the Valk from Beans here. And here comes the Kitsune Rush. The grab is out from Planksty. Oh, just waiting for his Suzu to come online. And there we go, the barrage being followed up there by Bobinator. And that is going to be another solid, very efficient fight with Guy Fieri just crushing Drag into the wall with that whole hog.
4 minutes to attack this last point here. Precious Beauty just going hard.
They really
They
are.
are not slowing down.
Yeah, apparently, Guy Fieri decided to turn on his anger mode and is just murdering people. And we saw he did get a few hooks that Flame Chaser was able to bubble, but the next time around he just followed up and picked somebody else who Flame Chaser wasn't able to bubble. So maybe not getting as much value as he could if Flame Chaser was playing a different tank, but he's still making it happen. He's still causing a hell of a lot of problems and taking supports out of the fight. We see another big pick there on Novus, as right now Bobinator just has Dreg completely occupied on the high ground here. And we see the Torbjorn coming out from Bobbert, but What's Poppin's going to shred that immediately with some help from Bobinator. Right now, just being forced into their own spawn.
Wow.
Bobinator with the barrage that takes out Flame Chaser, and we see a res coming out, bringing Flame Chaser back. Bobbert and Digital Love going to go down immediately. Guy Fieri just sitting there looking at that turret until he can reload. Oh, and the hook from downtown takes out Dreg. It's just Novus left on point. And down he goes. Some help from What's Poppin'. And down goes Bobbert. Huge hook combo once again. And now it's just Digital Love trying to survive. Flame Chaser is back. He's on ball, trying to make something happen. Dreg's going to pop the high noon. Guy Fieri's going to wait. Oh, he's not able to get the pick, but the high noon doesn't manage to get anyone anyway. And we see a stick there taking out Bobinator. Guy Fieri is still on point. He's just looking around for literally anybody to push away. He takes out Dreg with the whole hog. He's still in this fight. He's there on point. What's Poppin' has returned. Digital Love's going to get the res on Dreg, but Guy Fieri is still there being pocketed by Beans, just trying to make something happen. The Suzu comes in, is going to help him stay in the fight here. And here comes the Molten Core from Bobbert. This might finally be the ult that stops Guy Fieri, but it doesn't. Here comes the
dragon.
Guy Fieri's getting 2 picks. He just will not stop despite the ults. Bobinator in here trying to clean things up. Flame Chaser and company managing to stall for time. And it's finally over. 1:49 to go.
And that last fight was kind of brutal, you know, just trying to get those staggers coming out of spawn. But other than that, a really convincing push from Precious Booty, really picking it up here and showing they have what they got to stay in the series.
And we are definitely looking at a match, folks. It's 228 versus 149. About 40 seconds of difference there, which is going to mean a lot, especially when you consider that you have a capture point to deal with before you actually push the cart. So it's not an impossible defense for either team, but it's just a question of who's going to want it more, really.
Absolutely. And we see No Cap pulling out the Mercy Lucio again, which I'm really not fond of. I get the Mercy here to pocket Dreg, but you're kind of leaving this Lucio to take care of the rest, and I think there's just so much spam coming from the side of Precious Booty that they can't keep up, and that's why they kind of folded over on, honestly, both first and second point.
Yeah, I really would love to have seen Novus run the Ana or the Baptiste here, because I know those are 2 heroes he's both extremely comfortable with and would honestly do his team a lot of good.
Absolutely.
Kind of surprised to still see him on the Lucio. But we will see how things play out here. We've got competing Pharahs from Dreg and Bobinator. So Dreg, once again, here to try and prove his aerial superiority. We see the Torb turret from Bobbert. It's going to get taken out early, but it does prove a distraction, which is helpful in and of itself. As now we're ticking down to under 1.5 minutes left here. What's Poppin' running the Bastion. Beans going down early to Dreg's rocket there. And they don't have res to res the Mercy. So unfortunately, that is going to mean that Precious Booty's going to have to play a man down. Flame Chaser does get demech'd here. So that is helpful for Precious Booty. Guy Fieri just kind of posturing here in this little sort of choke region, trying to deal with this Lucio, who's now kind of bothering him. And Bobbert's going to get hooked, but doesn't go down. He manages to get that amp off, or the overload off, and What's Poppin's going to take him out. Down goes Bobbert's turret. Now, the numbers, at least, in favor of Precious Booty here. Flame Chaser and company backing off point just a little bit. In comes the barrage. Dreg is going to take out Bobinator with it. So the teams are even now. see what's popping on the Bastion in this backline, just trying to get some damage in. Guy Fieri already has the whole hog, which Flame Chaser is going to eat a decent amount of, getting demeched there by Guy Fieri. So that is a huge hook there for Guy Fieri and company.
Absolutely.
Once again, that turret still just causing a ton of havoc from Bobbert, and Beans taken down. Bobinator goes down as well. And it looks like Precious Booty is not going to be able to cap here. The Molten Core coming out from Bobbert, and it is all over point, and Guy Fieri is trapped near Defender spawn. Actually, it's Attacker second point spawn. And that's the end of round 4. 0 capture progress for Precious Booty. That has gotta hurt.
Yeah, that was a very scrappy fight from both sides, but No Cap really played that extremely well, though, knowing when to step on point, when to deny these ticks, and gave Precious Booty absolutely no progress, even with all the ults that they managed to get online that quickly. So, about 2.5 minutes here for a single tick. So, if they play this right, build up a couple of ults, hopefully get Dreg to build up that barrage and take out even just 1 or 2, and that's a fight-winning game.
Ready for battle.
We definitely have some excitement on our hands here. Flame Chaser gonna go for the Junker Queen.
Oh.
We have not seen him play that yet tonight. I don't think I've really seen him play that at all, personally.
I wonder if he stays on this or if he's just hovering.
I mean, honestly, the Junker Queen versus Roadhog matchup is pretty solid. Especially, you know, just with the bleed damage and the fact that Roadhog doesn't have any kind of a shield or any ability to really cancel damage aside from healing himself. So, you know, if you're Flame Chaser, you just stack bleed on Roadhog constantly.
Absolutely, and you have the cleanse from the Kiriko though, but it's just the constant bleed is gonna not be able to keep up. So, I guess we'll see what's gonna happen with this Junker Queen here.
Here we go. We've got the Junkrat, we've got the Pharah, we've got the Junker Queen, Kiriko, and the Mercy. Oh man, Bobbert getting picked off by What's Poppin'. Guy Fieri is going to be taking no prisoners here. Digital Love already having to use that res. Just shaving time off the clock as best they can right now. Precious Booty. Ooh, a nice pick there on Novus. So that's going to definitely be a forcing Precious... Sorry, not Precious Booty. He's going to force No Cap to regroup here. Guy Fieri getting the nice hook there, forcing Flame Chaser to use the intimidating shout. And, oh, Bobinator once again taking out Bobbert here. A big hook from downtown. Doesn't quite take out Digital Love because Guy Fieri just... Because Flame Chaser, rather, stood in front of Guy Fieri and just took the hit. Ooh, Dreg getting picked off now. Bobinator just having a time here on Pharah and doesn't quite boop the Pharah... Doesn't quite boop the res, but the concussion grenade does kill Bobbert. He must have been so incredibly low. Cause
it does like 5 damage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like sleep or something. It does barely any damage. Ooh, what a hook!
Oh. Yeah, if you're on the side of No Cap, you got it.
Oh, Bobinator, absolutely huge. Dreg did manage to get that off, and Bobinator's gonna get the res too. So here we go. 50 seconds. Things are looking pretty solid for Precious Booty right now. It is very drawable for them. And
you do have the Rampage coming from Flame Chaser. If he can get this Kiriko to use Cleanse, you can get a big one here. But Bobbert, once again, already dead to Bobinator's Pharah, just putting in the work.
Here we go with the whole hog. He's going to take Flame Chaser right out of that fight. Dreg does manage to respond and take out What's Poppin', but it's probably not going to be enough to change the fight too much here immediately. And Beans with that res going to bring her team right back to full strength before this next push happens. And Guy Fieri just going to hang out in that little choke trying to get himself some hook kills. And here comes the Kitsune Rush. As Dreg comes in, he's nanos, he pops the barrage. He gets one, but he gets hooked out of it. Bobbert gets taken out, so does Novus. And that is going to be very hurtful. Here comes the Rampage, but it's immediately cleansed by Planksty. No real value there gotten from Flame Chaser as he tries to make something happen. His team is still very much in this. Tire from Spawn. Dreg did take out Planksty there. Digital Love also going to take it out. Beans going down. That is going to be huge. Down goes Bobinator. Was popping and Dreg also getting traded out there. Down goes Was popping. Flame Chaser is out. It's just Novus on point with Guy Fieri, and down he goes to the stray pill from Bobbert.
That's going to be it.
There you have it, folks. That is 3-0. And your winners tonight are No Cap in a photo finish here on Hollywood.
Yeah, it started out pretty scrappy, but honestly, just that performance from the DPS and Novus, especially on the side of No Cap, being able to clean that out and finish this up, and that
Oh,
amazing play
man.
of the game again from Drag on the Genji here.
The dash resets, just disgusting.
Absolutely
Ooh.
disgusting.
And there you have it, folks. That is tonight's match. Thank you all very much for watching. Tomorrow night will be a special recast of a game from earlier this week that got sort of double booked with Wednesday night's game between Studio 69 and Dallas Dojo. So we will be seeing a recast of Cleo's Simp Brigade facing down Bjorn again. So tune in for that cast tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. For the 5 Alpha Overwatch League, this is Bang on My Drums, Static, and Stack Monster, and we'll see you tomorrow night.